or offends the right of any person. The station will also refuse to take any call from any person who, in WinFM's considered opinion, is likely to expose the station to liability for statements made on the air.
Welcome to Island Tea with your faves. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea, only on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Island Tea, right here on Win Media SKN. We've just been here sitting, waiting on you guys to come and join us.
Every day. Every day.
All right. Let's get comfortable in here, dude.
Yes, please.
All right. Well, guys, it is Thursday, November 3rd. We're on the third day of November, guys, and you're here with your faves. Me, Azem, and of course, you've heard already, the one and only Jade Gwenny Gwenny to CPL Matter Stuart Johnson.
Hold on again. I'm trying to get my legs together.
All right, go.
Morning.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
You wasn't playing with the AC today,
No,
bye.
That there was in my chest. I didn't feel the demons trying to act up in my throat. Can't have it. I got things to do this weekend, places to be, people to see.
Oh, yeah. You got stuff going on.
Yeah, man. I have to check about the vitamin C just now.
Yeah?
What? Bye. You know, once the toddlers get a little itching in the throat, mommy is usually just get a little itching in the throat, or daddy is.
Yep, that is a fact.
So, trying to make sure the itch ain't take over. Okay, there we go. Ready now.
I don't know. This morning start out kind of weird.
What to you?
You know, when things just look like it's setting up to be one of them days.
That's when you start to pray. Or chant to whoever you believe in.
Yeah, put out some good vibes. Tell somebody you love them and so. I come in, I made a stop before I got here this morning. And interestingly, usually I put on all my like accessories before I leave the house. This morning I didn't put it in my pocket. So as soon as I jumping out of the vehicle,
Everything fall out?
No, this is a place that I go to on a regular basis. The stuff ain't only fall out of the vehicle straight to the floor. You also fall into the drain that normally is dry as chips. But this morning, of course,
Full of water.
Full of water this morning. I just they're watching, they're figuring out. Bye. Even makes sense. Just leave that. Just leave that right there. Bye.
Nah, you can't do that.
You have to go in and ask for Clorox wipes. But yeah, it's been that kind of day. But
well, there's time for it to get worse or better.
Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to it getting better this morning.
There you go.
What are you doing? What are we doing?
We're working.
Ah, nice.
We got lots of things to do today.
Jade, just multitasking.
As usual.
But outside of the vitamin C overdose, how are you doing?
Hi, good man. Chilling, you know. Let's get you ready for the weekend.
To check on you, know. Trying to figure out what. Outfits done, start out?
I gotta go get some shoes, friend. I gotta go get some shoes.
Jade, we ain't got a lot of time, Jade.
We have today and tomorrow. That's all the time I need. I gotta go get some shoes. I gotta do my nails. I gotta comb my hair. Oh, my mother is right,
Jade, time running.
But guess what? Mommy in come first. Everything else got to come after.
Come on, Jade. You thought by now you done got the outfit lock?
The outfit partially lock. Oh, I need some shoes. Shoes they had to buy.
Of course, you want the hair fresh, so we understand that was going to be one of the...
They're going to be a tomorrow thing.
Yeah, that's tomorrow thing. Yeah. When is the nail appointment?
Today.
Okay. So things happening.
So I'm telling you, I just, even though I'm navigating.
Men just have to go through these things?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't think I'm regular. I don't take selfies. Yeah, so right there and then I realized I'm definitely not cut from the cloth of some people.
Oh.
A little different. Hey, the men on the live, y'all take selfies and post them regular to semi-regular? And when I say regular, I'm talking daily. When I say semi-regular, I'm talking 2 or 3 times a week.
I know a man that does that. You know the man that does that.
I know several guys that do that.
Well, only one stands out. Only one in particular comes to mind.
No, I know a few men who do that. It seems very not me. But let me put it this way: my particular brand of masculinity does not doesn't entice me to engage in such behavior.
His does though.
Yeah. Like I say, different cloths. Yeah, we all can't be cut from the same cloth. Come on.
Exactly.
Well, see, I got in some no's across the board.
Well, y'all need to start taking selfies.
Really?
And send them to women. Women
what?
like selfies, yeah.
No, they don't.
Who's
Fellas, don't let Jade fool all you. Don't go sending your pictures to anyone. Any type of picture to anyone unless solicited. If they didn't ask you,
don't send that particular type of picture to women without being
don't send none.
You will get blocked. But the other kind's fine. Send a little, good morning picture. This is what we're doing today. You might brighten up somebody's day. You don't know.
I just send like pictures of flowers or something.
I'm going to say the sun porn. I'm just going to say that's not what I mean.
But I my energy back.
You don't send porn?
No, that's not, no.
There's a lot of men out here that do, and that end up on a blacklist quick.
That
does bother me, eh? Like, why would you send me any of your body parts without me asking?
That's what I'm saying, Jade.
So what you going about me there? Brap. Somebody slung just hanging on my phone. Don't do that. Just don't do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happens far too often.
That does seem like valuable life
Yeah.
life teachings there, Jade.
Don't send your body parts to women unsolicited.
Yeah. I could definitely agree with that.
Unless you're always having them kind of conversations and them kind of stuff. That is not sexy. She will not like you. She will actually block you and tell your friends in the group chat, 1, is small, and 2, you're weird. So, let's not do that. Save yourself the embarrassment.
And there we have it, guys. Today's episode of Life Lessons from Jade.
Indeed.
But Witty is asking, some men don't take selfies. Men do, at least some of them. I'm saying I do not, because I'm gonna be totally honest here, Jade. When I look at people taking selfies of themselves, it looks weird, and I generally try to avoid things that make me uncomfortable.
You know what else is weird? People who walk around with ring lights, like you go to a fete.
Oh,
people
yeah,
have
yeah,
ring lights
oh,
and
yeah.
touch the phone,
Yeah.
recording themselves. Like,
Yeah.
were you here?
Yeah.
Why are you here? This is not a show. You're not on your own episode. Why are you behaving like you're the main character in the people in party? Enjoy the party. You're just here with your ring light. Like nobody wants you all there.
No, you stop there with that, Jade. Jade.
You're so strange.
I tell you, even now when I watch videos of concerts, it freaks me out how many people are standing trying to get a good shot of their phone with their phone. Like it gets really.
You have all this money to just do this, then watch YouTube. You think you video of the person live gonna be better than what the YouTube have? Like I don't even understand the rationale behind it. There is so many videos on YouTube, but yeah, you want to be the new cameraman. Why nobody hired you? Just enjoy the money you spend.
People tend to not be present anymore. Like people, you don't find people being present.
Nah,
So
nobody behind the phone.
so everything is, even in moments when you're physically in a situation, you still take in the situation through a phone screen.
Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Half the time I don't even remember to take a picture. Like I went to Zoo's concert Sunday and I forget my phone home and I felt completely fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like 1, nobody was messaging me.
No,
2, I messaged mommy to tell her I left my phone home. She told me I left my child burning on the house, thank you.
Right.
Which,
Right.
understandable. And so I was like, I don't understand the people who literally attach to their phones to events, literally watching the events through their phone. Like, it's so weird.
It's because they're not present. So what happening is that they are.
There we go.
They are at the.
Now.
Hey. So it's like in the moment they're concerned about future likes and future things like that.
Half the time they don't even remember to take the videos. They stay in the phone and with hours. So what was the whole point?
A lot of them they take about 87 and then they post 2 if you're lucky.
I am not time for that.
Yeah.
I am not time for that. I come here to enjoy whatever I pay my money for. So.
Yeah. Well, I suppose people enjoy differently, so that's probably what was happening. They're enjoying, and so yeah. But hey, different strokes, Jade, different cloths.
Yes.
But I'm excited for you this weekend.
Yeah.
And
it's looking crazy. So I really have to do that. Like,
yeah. To do some
I look like a witch war. It's because as a woman, right?
Let's hear this.
Nails are essential, yet they hurt like hell. Hitting your nail anywhere, especially when they grow out. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest here. I don't even understand how women are able to fully maneuver with the nails. Like, it has to be a skill that is developed over time.
It is.
I don't know if it's a matter. So when nails start going on girls, when do girls start doing the nail thing? Like, is that
two times?
okay?
When a man starts to pay for them, or when they're trying to look extra hot, when they're trying to look out.
No, I mean, like, I was saying, like, at what age? I mean, like, at what age does girls like start having to like worry about like nails and so?
The age when a man starts to pay for them.
But that could be daddy.
Yeah. So whatever age that is, It could be a dad, it could be a boyfriend, a suitor, somebody who wants your nails to look nice. Because men just say these things, oh, I want my girls' nails always done. So they just start to pay for them, so they start to put them on.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, because we don't get them done. Hey, matter if you're lying or not, you. The point is, my fingers look good.
Yeah, but that, and so the man know that's the point too. So like the man just walk out, well, yeah, this one give me some brownie points.
Okay.
But no, it has to be that it takes some adjustment. There must be an adjustment period. Like from the first time you start using your nails, like getting your nails done and so.
Some people start later in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are some women from time they hit 16, 17, 18,
Mm-hmm.
hot girl season starts.
16, 17, 18. Okay.
Nails starts are gone, done every week.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like me who wasn't into that until later in life start like when they're in their 20s and stuff, and you have to get adjusted by size. Length, sorry. So mine started very short.
So that was gonna be my second question. Is it that you start short and then eventually you could go on to longer nails?
As in you can't just plop some long nails on your finger, you know?
I think there's
your
a lot.
whole life gonna be in shambles.
That's what I'm telling you. It has to be that there's an adjustment period.
Yeah. You can't just slap some long nails on your... Remember, your fingers are some of the most important tools you use every day.
Yeah.
You have to type, you have to use your phone, you have to
Brush your
shower, brush it, you know, all them things. So you can't just start from regular to hot girl. No, you got to go through the stages. There's stages to this thing as them. And worse, when you start, and you just, like, if you just jump into it, all type of things that start to happen to your fingers. You're going to hit them on everything in your house, your fridge, your window. Listen, the pain ain't worth it.
Jade, even if I just happen to let my nails grow out a bit longer, it's going to end in disaster.
Exactly.
So
So that's why you have to start short and go.
I don't want to buy what kind of... I wonder if y'all have like a force field y'all and telling us
No
about those bracelets generating a force field around your fingers or something.
It's a lot of pain, man. Trust me. Women does go through a lot to look cute. Style is pain, they say.
I just listen. I just listening.
Yeah, Jackie's not a need. We don't do it because we need them that long. We do it because we think they're cute. We do things because they're cute. So you might see somebody with some hella long nails. That's the style they like. That's how they think. That's what they think is cute for them. Then you might see somebody with some short little nails, and that's what they prefer. But it's not a need. It's a preference.
I don't even.
It's just a preference.
As I'm still to woman business, but
Yes.
But this is the thing for me. I just wonder sometimes if the reason for some of the how should I put it? Like there is levels, right? So there is the nails that are covering your natural nail. There is the ones that kind of give you a bit of an extension. And then there are those that it's hard for you to not notice with somebody just moving around. Like the nails are so long that it just catches your attention.
Wait, hold on. Wiki is I am still in incubation stage. Then hot girl on the Himalaya. Yes, when I'm actually going to film my nails today. Well, no, I'm going to redo all of my nails today. This is the last week of me looking like this. I had to talk it out because I know I have places to be this weekend, so they had to just. Plus, I had a sick son at home. Like the nails wasn't on my mind.
Right.
So every nails y'all see, the nails y'all get it until tomorrow.
Gotcha. But so the thing for me is sometimes it feels as though it's not a matter of what is cute only, but what can get attention. The problem there be sometimes is in order to continually get attention. I mean, talking like attention, like, oh, you're not fan, whatever. But just like you said, like I have this accessory, and yeah, you're gonna notice that I just spend $700 on these things.
Hello, you think you're spending $700 for style? Somebody better watch these.
Somebody gonna
have to watch these.
So basically, you know, it's almost like when like men have this thing when they one up each other.
No, I don't think women just try to one up each other with their nails. I've never heard that.
But no. Me saying like it's like a one up thing. But I'm saying is Or in that same particular way. But it's like, if everybody wearing 2-inch nails and you're trying to stand out, then you gotta go to 3-inch.
You got your levels. I think it's levels.
And then if everybody start wearing 3-inch now, since you went to 3-inch, then everybody gotta start going to 4-inch. And then all of a sudden it's just like you're walking around with basically knives on your fingers.
So I tell you, it's just a preference. Some women like long nails, some women like short nails.
Yeah, maybe. Hey.
And y'all like see nails for a particular reason. I can't say it on the radio because they're gonna ban us.
But the truth is, though, they don't have to really be long to have the same effect.
I get that's why it's a woman's preference. How much can one really do? They can do a lot, Jackie. They've been doing it for ages. Long nails has never stopped anybody from being hygienic or doing things that they need to do. That's just the short answer, honestly. They do what they need to do with the nails that they are buying. Yeah.
Well, watch you. Let me tell you something, guys. Stay out of woman business. You want to put on nails?
Just tell her they look nice and go about it.
Tell her they look nice and watch you. You could be there thinking to yourself, but what's stupid is, please tell a woman she
they look nice. A matter of fact, tell her what color you want to see. Tell her what color nails you want her to have.
That's a dangerous thing there, no, Jade.
No, not also.
No, it's dangerous because really what should happen is, yes, you can tell the young woman what colors you like on her nails. The problem is when you go down a road, you might start to tell her how you like other things, including length and that kind of things. Just stick to color.
Yes, don't do too much.
That's what
I would tell it. She gonna ask you, babe, what color nails do you think I should have?
Stick to color, guys.
Just tell her the color. If you start to tell her about the size and the shape and stuff, first thing she gonna think is, which woman telling you all of these things? Because
really?
How you know?
Really? That's what I just think? Okay.
As in, how you know about coffin nails? Where's a coffin nail?
I don't know, Jade.
Okay, so if a man come tell you about a coffin nail, he wants you in a coffin nail with a certain color, length,
style.
that
happened to me, That happened to me before.
Cheating.
That happened to me before, right? Because I couldn't escape. I stick to my rule, Jade. I stuck to my rule. Only comment on color. This has been a long-standing rule for me. A long-standing rule for like years. I'm talking like maybe since like 2006. I know. Only comment on the color. Don't comment on shape or length or anything else.
Get caught up.
Well, one time I got asked the question, what color you want? Because of course that is the question you're gonna get. Half the time they're gonna ignore you because they don't know what color they want.
Yeah,
but they want you to feel like a part of the process, right?
They want you to feel included.
Right. So I take up my fasting self and decide I can say, it don't really matter what color, but make it matte, like a matte.
She said.
Wait.
What
you know about matte?
Okay. Tell her you say that. I tell her you so stick the color. Don't tell them about the kind, the shape, nothing. Because first thing gonna come to the mind is, well, which woman tell you about this?
I want to know.
About Matt nails?
You know what I had to do?
You better go.
I had to literally convince this young lady, right, that matte doesn't only apply to nails, and I know it from like cars. I said I have matte cars. So I don't see a matte car. Show me one. Who does drive a matte car?
Who you know with a matte car?
Oh my god! I was like, yo, basic color.
Stick to the color.
Pink is good. Do something crazy. Look like white.
Yeah.
Also, my nails look like Tipex.
Okay. No, white nails is that thing for a lot of women, Not me.
Yeah.
I'm too busy for white nails. My white nails gonna be multicolored by the time I done. So I tried that once and I said, nah, this ain't for me. I just time my lane.
Lime green, the kind of pink. Basically, guys, figure out which one she like, and then you just kind of keep saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you ain't really saying what you want. You just kind of say, you know what she want, and you just say it anyway. Yeah. We're just out there trying to save lives, Jade. Save relationships. That's what we're doing, Jade. That's what we're doing.
Giving y'all all of our experiences and of our opinions and them things. To just make sure you stay in a happy and healthy relationship.
Yeah, because somewhere out there's a woman booking her nail appointment and just about to inform, her significant other of what time she'll be busy You know, you trying to check your name now.
Yeah, because you know when your nails take goddamn hands, you can't move them, eh?
Yeah.
They are hers for the next hour and a half.
Right, so you can't. So you're calling, messaging, and she ain't taking you on. Okay, yeah. So you gotta let the guys know, girls. Let the guys know when is the nail appointment, please. And that's one of the things that the fellas them don't get too crazy about because it's an easy check. You're coming back with nails on your finger, so you couldn't be somewhere else. Right. So then no. Somewhere out there's a girl who just booked her nail appointment. He's just now informing a significant other of the time, and she just popped the question. And so we just saved somebody's life. We just saved somebody's relationship, actually.
He was about to go into detail, you know. Don't do that.
Pink, green, blue. Yeah, purple, black. You could say black and all.
I like black nails. I think I might do black today. I haven't had black in a while.
Black is for the girls who got a gothic energy going on.
That's not true.
I know it's not true, but
you're just out here spelling misinformation.
No.
Wow.
No. That's the energy. That's the energy for the girl in my world. Yeah. In my world, yeah.
I'm with you.
Like, what about black lipstick?
Man into that. There was a time when everybody was into black lipstick, but right now that's.
Yeah, still to woman business as them. Don't even bother. I wonder what we're gonna do when that's probably gonna save me from saying something that can just totally upset the entire world.
That's okay. That's we brand you anyway.
Oh boy. But yeah, guys, I've been looking. Oh, hold on. I see one of my Nevis brethren them bigging us up.
15 an hour and a half.
What happened? What?
Oh, somebody talking about car. We're talking about nails. Well, you know what? Guess what? This is my show, so. I keep reminding y'all weekly we could talk about what we want here, you know.
Yeah.
And y'all keep forgetting every single week.
That's the fun, man. That's the fun.
Yeah.
That's the fun. But yeah, big up to the Navy school. I just saw one of my Navy's brethren hail up saying he's watching the show.
Just for you. Wow.
No, you get hail up too.
Let me read it again because I ain't see that.
You get hail up, Jade.
Oh.
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah, you get.
I didn't see it. I was going because I said I only watching the show for Azim. I just chop liver. But no.
Jade, on a daily basis, you garner way more attention than I do.
You think so?
We did the comments right in front of us.
I don't think so.
Okay. No comment.
I don't feel so at all.
Well, today's Thursday, Jade. I remember I'm Zen Bailey this.
Well, you're not the energy today.
Yeah, I am not on any energy to go in a gear.
Yeah.
After the morning I had, I have to be I have to put out positive energy into the atmosphere. That is all I'm doing this morning.
Smart.
That is all I'm doing. Jade, you got to put out the energy you want to receive, you know.
So I tell you, you could either had a good rest of your day, or it could be, you know.
You realize me ain't got my water bottle?
That now you forget?
That.
Lord, friend. You're going through it now?
This is one of them days, Jade, but guess what?
It could get better.
It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
You know who's not having a good day though?
Who's that?
Whoever was robbing the country. Whoever was robbing the country, by Lord, I on a hat by.
Oh my. Do tell what's happening, Jade.
They ain't gonna hat for.
This is tea time?
Yeah, might as well.
It's tea time.
Yeah, man. So, wait, somebody's going to show me that.
Who this?
But you didn't even let me finish like, my message. You just dropped me before. You're such a bad.
Tell her I approve.
Worse. She said hers well one, Phil.
Tell her I approve.
Okay.
The color is nice.
They are. But yeah, yesterday I was minding my business, you know, doing my work as usual. And I happened to pop over to our Rastaman channel. What?
Remember Rastaman channel?
Yeah, Ike says a man. Ike says a Rastaman. Freedom.
Oh, Freedom is a Rastaman?
That's what Ike said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, we were trying to figure out if it's our sister channel or brother channel. But yeah, Ike said Freedom is a Rastaman channel.
Okay.
So, yeah, pop over there and our good old Prime Minister was on talking about some things. Some updates that he said he has to give the nation from his last interview, I think the last one I saw was with Andre Huey, when he was saying that the government is not doing too bad, and not that there's not doing too bad. But
I think the impression most people got was economically we're in good financial standing.
Well, here we are. Some other information came to light, and I got some figures. I got some figures for all you. So let me read for people who missed yesterday. It says, quotes from PM on Freedom, November 2nd, 2022. In May 2022, 1 month before the 2020 general elections, when all of us in various stages of lockdown, the Team Unity administration entered into an agreement with Innotech Services, St. Kitts. Who is that? I don't know. However, they were to be paid 26.9 million EC dollars for construction management fees for the proposed Bastia High School project on the Bastia Aquifer. I am informed by the Public Works Department that there was no procurement process completed with respect to the agreement, meaning no one else had an opportunity to bid to provide these construction management services to the government. Another big figure we got. Between February 2021 and June 2022, 1 month before the 2022 general election, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, then led by we know who, and later the Tim he was sharing a little jobs in there.
You didn't from somewhere. Where is this coming from?
I was sent basically some quotes from somebody who I know would have them.
This isn't something that is like published anywhere.
No, this.
Oh, okay.
Except for in the interview yesterday. So,
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so these are direct quotes from the interview yesterday.
Well, not necessarily, but.
Yeah, actually, this is literally what he said. What do you mean?
Oh, so that's.
This is what he said yesterday.
That's what he said.
You think somebody paraphrasing?
No, I thought they were like reporting on what was said.
No,
okay.
No. This is literally what our good old PM said.
I didn't get to watch the whole thing.
I went back and watched it yesterday, but
the whole thing?
Yeah, man.
Okay, nice.
But I didn't get the time to type them out. But somebody did, thankfully.
Of course.
And yes, so he said, this one was funny to me. He said, yes, the previous government, then led by Team Unity administration, and later the Team Disunity. The Team Disunity administration paid 14.4 million EC dollars to Innotech to manage the construction of the Bastia High School project on the Bastia Aquifer. Let me repeat that, and in caps, $14.4 million paid from your treasury to Innotech for construction management services. Please, I encourage every citizen of this country to visit the proposed site of the Bastia High School project on the Bastia Aquifer and tell me if you see any construction there. Innotech continues to demand payment of EC $434,808 per month for their services. We just pass there fairly often. I remember seeing nothing over there too, but maybe there's something I'm missing. No, you see anything over there? Like hello.
I still ain't even sure exactly where it is.
So all this money going? Where all this money going? Anyway, we continue. In April 2022, the former administration entered into an agreement to pay $895,240 EC dollars to Pemberton Design Building Studio for project management services for the prison project at Estridge Estates. Yet the former Prime Minister told us that no money was coming from our treasury to build this prison. Well, is that it? I am informed by the Ministry of National Security, that there was no procurement process completed with respect to this agreement, meaning no one else had an opportunity to bid to provide these project management services to the government. About 1 month before the 2022 general election, Pemberton Design Build Studio demanded payment of EC $105,514.80. How do you 80 cents? Anyway.
Probably,
You know,
probably is a percent that they
just
were
round it off. Just put it as $1. Yeah, I wasn't taught rounding off in school.
No, Jude.
So if it's $1 over, it's a problem?
No, because there's probably some type of payment arrangement. You stick to the payment arrangement.
I just hate to see little senses that I feel like don't make sense. Anyway, for this project management service of the prison. Wow. In August 2022, the Attorney General notified the public that his office and ministry discontinued the services of Open Interactive. Yeah, remember that Open Interactive receives 1.3 million EC dollars from the Attorney General's office and the ministry for the most basic of website design and maintenance services between November 2019 and June 2022 at an average of $42,000 per month. I am informed by Attorney General that there was no procurement process completed with respect to Open Interactives. Oh, maybe come out. Contract with the ministry. Also, there was a mention of $2 million for Hestonham's security company at the hospital alone. The same Hestonham that Sean tried to interview at the prison project. Well, I don't know if that was much of an interview. I don't think that's how interviews usually work, but, you know, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So, he also mentioned that apparently there was some fraudulent behavior happening at Development Bank, which we kind of figured.
Yeah? You figured that there?
Friend.
My issue with Development Bank ain't got nothing to do with that.
Well, yeah.
They might not. No. They need whoever dealing with them payments on them loans and so. They need to come better.
Wait off everything. Start fresh. Do like Biden. Wait off things and
Debt
start
forgiveness?
fresh. Yeah. Because apparently people were literally using fake social security numbers and fake names.
Mm-hmm.
And they were being paid either on what was it? The PEP, whatever programs they had over there that was being paid to Development Bank. They found out that there were some fake social security numbers and some fake people being signed up. And
when you start getting out money, them things are
I never think about these things. Be fraudulent enough, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
I am not. I need to be more of a scammer, clearly, as him.
But you don't watch all these things.
And it don't cross me mind. It's my fault.
You ain't got the scammer gene.
Man.
You ain't got the scammer gene.
I could have been rich too, because there's a lot of money given away, you know, and me ain't get none. I feel how I know. Like, yes, you shouldn't rob the country. However, I can't even get out.
So the issue is, like, I think when we start talking about the Bastille Hill construction thing.
Yeah, that's wild.
Right? Of course, I would believe that most of the times, projects like this, and like somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but when these things are being paid out to either consultants or, you know, that kind of thing, there's a disbursement like period or whatever, right? So they would say, or they might say when the project reached to this particular point, then there's another disbursement. Like, so I think that's how it usually happens. Or like maybe I should say that's how I think it should happen. Right, in these types of projects. So like over time, so like the payments are made over time based on certain deliverables, right? So yeah, I think that's rough. Some of the other issues I have though, like personally, sometimes I feel like we just pocket watching people. Like, because, for instance, right, if you're gonna tell me such and such person receives X amount of money, right? Okay, is it an issue that particular service like was not delivered, or is it an issue that you believe that the money was too much, and if so, how are you determining that? And then the other thing for me too is, if there is this effort, right, by the government to release these things, Where we hearing about it on like people like Facebook and people like radio shows and so.
Where
Instead
you
of
feel like,
they're like SKNI, yes for sure. the Government Information Service. Press conferences that would be called to address these particular issues.
yeah.
Like, you feel very like, not only that, for me, and this has been something for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I've done work with the government, right? So for instance, like I manage a band.
Mm-hmm.
So I manage the band. We work for let's say work for Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
Where you walking on 4th Street and a man gonna just come up to me and ask me, "What you gonna charge the people them this load of money?" What? I said, "But wait, how you know how much I charge the government?"
Yeah.
And why I am 4th Street and now supposed to be defending my price to you? Me and you ain't gonna have no agreement.
Yeah.
You don't even know what my deliverables are.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you ain't in a position to determine how much what my services cost.
Well,
Because you don't even know what industry standards are.
yeah.
So this is something personal for me. Because like for me, that happened to me all the time, and it really upset me. It is really.
That's understandable.
It is
Because
really.
nobody want to feel like they're trying to tell you what you cost.
But not only that. The problem I have is that again, if it's a matter that the people did not deliver the services, right? That's one thing. If it's a matter that you think that there's some gross overcharging or whatever, that's one thing, right? And then of course you would have to then have some reason for that. It can't just be like, I don't believe this should cost so much. That can't be it. You understand where I'm coming from? Because I believe a lot of times when we look at this thing, I said, but sometimes you bring in somebody from overseas, you'll pay them 10 times more than you pay the local them here.
Yeah.
If somebody had to come from overseas with an accent and look different than us, they don't hesitate to pay them 3 times as much as what we're charging here. You understand? So, for me, if the information is presented in a certain way, it kind of helps one to bring this sense of, hey, this is actually about transparency, and then the other thing now is, where are the conversations surrounding how do we avoid these things happening in the future?
I think that's what I really want to hear. Like, it's all well and good to tell us, okay, well, these people was robbing the government, or there was ghostly overcharging or overpaying or whatever it is. Cool. Because again, we ask for transparency here. So yes, we want to know what was going on. And a lot of people, to be honest, in the climate that we're in, a lot of people want to know what the previous government was doing, how that went wrong and all of these things. Fine, love it. However, we also want to know, as you mentioned, how do we avoid these things happening in the future? How exactly were these people overpaid based on what you found? Like, what evidence did you find? Okay, so based on my investigation, I found out that this is what you usually cost for this kind of service.
This is that thing what Jeffy said. You see what I'm saying? Like, people assume that like that don't happen. Like, people assume that like you go and that's not true. Like, people don't do that.
Well, I would assume.
No, but that's the thing. You can't assume in this thing.
No, what I mean is, based on what was said yesterday, I would assume that this is what they did. I think that this is what should have been said. Because again, you leave it up to, if you leave it open,
I could almost
people
guarantee
will just assume that.
I could almost guarantee it wasn't. I could almost
well,
guarantee
I wasn't.
it wasn't.
Yes, I wasn't going. I ain't guarantee you nothing.
No, the reason why, right, is when you talk to people who are in certain industries, right, about these things, them the ones are telling you, okay, yeah, that's cool, and they're the ones are saying, perhaps the issue is that the services weren't delivered. No, that's another thing. If you're getting, we're talking about pricing, right? So that's why I say I don't believe that happened. Because when I talk to people who offer similar services, they go, no, that kind of makes sense. It might be on the high side, but it's not ridiculous, right? So you can't come back and tell me that it's like Orient and compare when the people them around saying, no, I could see that.
So,
you see what I'm saying? But even so, if the issue is that, hey, this money was paid out, but we don't see where the services are rendered, or the quality of the work isn't not even matching the price, but it isn't up to our expectation or what was promised, then there's an issue, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, why after the fact we have to be taking this, and the thing is, for me, when you look around and you listen to the conversations coming out of this, all you're hearing is that's a load of money. You see what I'm saying? It's just a load of money, but is it really a load of money?
Well, based on what I watched yesterday, it seems that one, we are going to get more information about these type of things. Two,
on people Facebook,
hopefully on a press conference. And no, well, I mean, and I don't mind. For me, I don't mind the ministers reaching people on certain platforms, because again, ain't everybody gonna listen to a press conference.
No, but you share it from the official.
That's why I understand that. So maybe instead of just using one platform, there should be multiple platforms used when it comes to this type of information, and the information should be put out in a way for people to not have to question, okay, well, where you're getting these figures from, or why you feel like that. Transparency means that you have to be clear on everything, because yes, there's people who are going to hear what the Prime Minister said yesterday, and some of them going just run with it. They don't care about how he gets to this. They don't care about how they get to this conclusion. They don't care about the date and none of these things. But there's people who want this type of information.
The thing is, justice must not only be done; it must be seen to be done, right?
Well, here what the man said, somebody might go jail. Well, he said, let me don't say it like that. Lord, he said so. I am paraphrasing from what I feel like. He said that if there are things or cases or people that need to be brought to justice, there will be.
Yeah.
Which I agree with. If I rob in the country and there's charges to be brought, bring the charges, because we can't continue to talk about democracy and better management of the country and all of these things when people don't be punished. Because if I am a politician and I realize every single time a government changes, all it does do is come out and say, well, the previous government was robbing the country, there's no
consequences.
No politician's supposed to care, because guess what? I know if I rob the country next, not gonna happen to me. Not gonna happen to me. You think shame gonna do me anything? They wanna shame.
You're right.
They're doing this thing shamelessly. So if you start to run the country and you say you want the country to be run different, you want things to change and stuff, punish people. People only just learn the hard way. And as a politician, your job is definitely not to rob the country. Definitely. You're supposed to put the country in a better position. So if a previous administration, and I'm not talking about the Team Unity one alone, if any previous administration, any government, anybody that runs St. Kitts Nevis, robs St. Kitts Nevis, and there's no punishment, how is that going to stop people from robbing them further? That's what we care about, you know. We care about the country not being robbed anymore. We care about the monies going where it's supposed to go. We care about people not siphoning and hiding and doing illegal activities with we hard-earned money.
Well, the thing about it too, Jay, like I said, the problem does be sometimes that it feels as though the system is designed to protect itself, right? So for instance, you'll have a 18-year-old go and mug somebody, right? Hold up somebody at gunpoint, knife point, take away their purse, go about their business, right? That person is caught and, of course, has to face charges if proven guilty, serve whatever sentence. There are people robbing thousands of people at a time.
Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars, right? Doing practices that I don't think there's a question about whether or not this was probably best practice, it was moral, any of them things there, right? But the thing is it illegal? Maybe not.
Morally wrong, but illegally?
Maybe not. And sometimes these people get rewarded for those actions, because when you look now, things fall apart, things come out this thing, oh boy, but we can't afford for them to not be around. We can't afford for the banks to fail. So we do what? We bail them out, we give them more money.
That is, I've never seen that fix no problem yet. I don't know about but that ain't helping.
So I think for me is like, okay, what is being suggested here is that we have some serious issues in relation to let's say in this case procurement, right? We have a procurement act, right? And so it outlines how we should go about certain things. Bear in mind, I believe they just drop this procurement thing in the weirdest of places, eh? Like, I don't hear people talking about procurement when they're talking about a ban and them kind of thing.
Like what?
They want a ban. So, hey, we gotta go through a procurement process. It's like,
no.
It's a ban.
When
they bring in Towers Whaley bid?
No, the man ain't even ask y'all to come here. Is y'all ask him?
Okay. Well, anyway. So, I think we're gonna need things to like really figure out and I keep saying this all the time, we have to determine what society we want, right? We have to determine how we would like these particular issues to be handled, right? And put those things in place so that it ain't a matter that this government is doing this or that government is doing that or these people did this and so now we have. This should be clockwork. We recognize that there is an issue here. We need to find ways to deal with it, and then we have to put the things in place to hold people accountable when they do the things that they shouldn't do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel
perhaps they exist, and then we just we haven't been exercising them. We haven't given the authorities particular teeth or power to be able to exercise what their duties. So maybe that is where the issue is. So, yeah.
Yeah, y'all keep telling.
Even like these situations.
There is no previous government. There is one government. The only thing changes is the administration.
Okay.
So, we know.
Semantics. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because were you even?
Yeah, no.
I mean, you're right. However, you know what I mean. Everybody know what I mean. But yeah, like, I just feel like that is one of the biggest issues we have. We talk about previous administrations doing wrong things. And
one of the other issues with that too is a lot of times when we talk about previous administrations doing wrong things is because of accusations of the present administration doing wrong things. So it's like,
oh, and they say, well, look, you don't.
Yeah,
but I feel like we reached there yet. I feel like.
You'll be surprised.
Oh, for sure? For sure?
You'll be surprised, Jade. No, I mean, talking about
Yeah, but I just want, as a citizen of this country, as a VAT-paying citizen.
Oh, you could escape VAT.
Exactly. As a VAT-paying citizen, not even tax, as a VAT, specifically, paying citizen of this country, I want people to understand and recognize that when you don't punish people for doing wrong things will continue to happen because there's no repercussions. Yeah, telling people you're going to shame them ain't going to make them stop, Because a lot of the times people ain't going to shame anywhere. They don't have any shame. So you're telling them that you're going to you say you're going to shame them or you're going to put it out in the light. Guess what?
But also,
they're going to forget.
But why is that even an aim?
To shame them?
Like, wait,
not like shaming people.
No, but
you should shame them. You should shame them. But you should also make sure that they get punished.
The administration shouldn't be trying to shame people and embarrass people. The administration should just be doing their job. So if their job is to, in part, ensure that we live in a just society, and part of doing that is to investigate and handle instances of whatever, right? Criminal activity, for instance. Then do that.
Yeah.
You understand? And I think,
SH, we all want the VAT reduced. Everybody want the VAT reduced.
I want the VAT gone.
I don't think that's happening, but I mean, baby steps.
Roger, the VAT, they didn't even know that the VAT was going to bring in so much money. When they see how much money the VAT started bringing earlier.
They ain't getting rid of that.
I said, wait, hold on.
We could put VAT on even taxes, miam.
But the taxing, they put VAT on taxes.
That's why you're not the old doing it. if you could tax a tax. That's how you're not eye over doing it. But yeah, like and
Crazy.
yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, we building a new prison, use it. Put these people over there. Everybody who has robbed the government, let me don't say rob the government, because sometimes they rob the government and ain't illegal. If they have done illegal things where you can actually bring charges and prosecute, jail them. Jail them. Because that would send a clear message to any future politician or any future scammer, robber person in government, person who doing business and doing it illegally, that there are repercussions for your actions.
You know
this
what?
small man doesn't go jail all the time for less, you know.
Yeah.
If I go in Valiant right now and talk about tuna, I could go over HMP.
You know what the issue is, Jade? Again, systems protect themselves, right? So generally what happens is that the way the system is set up, even in the case where someone makes decisions that can be proven that, hey, this was not the wisest decision.
Mm-hmm.
It might not have been the most righteous decision, right? What happens is, in a lot of cases, the persons aren't held personally liable.
Mm-mm.
So what happens is that, hey, this person decided that this was the best way to deal with this particular situation. Oh me am. Oh me am. Oh me am.
Listen, me why here no politician say oh me am. If you in a meeting and you walk up me am.
So here we go. Oh me am. You went and that decision that you made was utter nonsense. You know who's held liable? The institution or the government. So what happens is now the money comes from either the institution or the money comes from the government coffers to go and try and remedy the bad decision what you make. And you just continue getting your paycheck normally, nice and easy, and nothing for that.
Somebody said the reason why nobody go in jail is because all of them just do it.
Well, that is also.
Me say it, eh?
No, but that is also part of the narrative when people start talking about why they are not too. When they're not too impressed with certain conversations and things, they've been looking for that because hey, you know, and that's a big part of the narrative. See, even somebody they're saying say, ain't nobody going to jail, and I say people that say this because people think it's because well, they're going to thief too, so they put. No, I don't think so. I think what it is.
They're going to thief too. Oh my God.
I think what it. No, and I think what it is just what I'm saying. The truth is that the way the system is set up, that all these decisions are made by individuals and people, but people aren't held personally liable for the fallout from their decisions and how it impacts the institutions that they work in or the government that they serve, right? Then that's the reality.
Yeah.
So you put people on boards, right? You put people on a board. They go and they cost the institution millions. For instance, like Elon Musk just take over Twitter, right?
Why the man wipe out the whole board?
The man wipe out everybody. Upper management, everybody gone. Whoosh.
Hey, why rich people do some nonsense?
But that's what happens when you own things, Jade. You understand? You understand? So imagine now, right? We're talking about the owner, right? We're talking about the owners because they might have shareholders and them kind of thing. So Elon go and put somebody on his let's say his CEO, and the CEO go and make some decision that he can't justify, but the decision cost the company $2 billion. The first thing, but you're gone.
No, you're go home.
You're gone home.
Yeah.
No.
They're going to force you to step down or they're going
Right. You're gone home. Now let's put it in a different scenario where it is a company, like let's say a pharmaceutical company, right? And the decisions that you made, maybe to hide a report that you got saying that this drug could be even more addictive than the one, or if this could be actually dangerous if taken in this particular way, and you hide that report. And you hide that report because you work out. But if you bring out this year, but we'll make 50 million. Right? So we hide the report and bring it out, and then, of course, people start to get sick. People start to unfortunately die, whatever. Happen class action lawsuit.
Company got to pay.
Company got to pay. Who got to pay, say?
Company.
The company.
The money ain't coming out of
Not the
pocket.
person who make the decision,
No,
yeah.
but it ain't coming out the pocket. The company got to pay.
And then what happens in those cases is generally those people get a raise, you know why? Because really and truly, yeah, we had to pay out 10 million, but remember it's 50 we make it.
Yeah, man.
And so the systems protect themselves.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, people are allowed to make these frivolous decisions.
Yeah, they're allowed to.
Because and do whatever they want, even go on their own personal they have their own personal goals. Because they know when the fallout happens, they're not the one who have to pay the cost.
Yeah, that is a fact. I think like I could say I've seen instances where ministers and politicians and all of these people, have been punished with jail. But I never see it here. Me ain't lie. Out of my 30 years of being alive, correct me if I am wrong, people. If I don't know, I don't know. But for me, I've never.
That is very weird, though.
I've never seen a politician in St. Kitts Nevis, a politician, a CEO, somebody on a board who making all this money and making these decisions and doing all this nonsense. I've never seen one gone to jail. And yet, every single change of government, we hear, oh, they was doing this, they was robbing this, they was stealing this, they corrupted this, that. But I've never seen anybody punished. So how again do y'all expect people to stop?
Name and shame them, Jade.
Name them and shame them, ain't working.
That's the point. I mean, that's the point of justice making, Jade.
They don't have no shame. You can't shame somebody without shame. You think listen, if our good old Attorney General go out and say, okay, this person was robbing whoever, okay, they're going to hear it for a couple of days, and then what? We're going to move on to something else, because one, we have a very short attention span in this country, and something always happening.
That's something else happening.
Something always happening. So we have literally like a 48-hour cycle of where people of how people going to talk about this happening. Okay, for instance, somebody robbed the treasury of this amount of money. 2 days they're going to talk about that. Then something else going to happen, and they're going to completely forget about what happened 2 days ago. Move on to something else. It always happens. So this naming and shaming, them ain't going to do nothing. You have to punish them by pockets or by carrying them over HMP, put them in the accommodations we have. That's the only way they're going to stop, honestly. You were saying something, sorry?
No, I think part of it is that the ways in which things happen, right? The ways in which things happen, and that's why I gave the example that I gave before. We are, like I said, sometimes the way that these decisions are made and the things are paid out and such and such and such, it puts this buffer between the person's decision or action and the whatever the outcome was. And so what happens is now there's also that separation of, by like liability, where the liability falls, right? Because for instance, there might be something that you say, oh, look at that there, that look funny. But then there might be 20 people involved in that, or 20 steps that should have been taken. Or it might be a situation where by how you can determine that is this particular politician or this particular CEO or this particular board member who think like we might all know, okay, that's what happened. So and so tell, but that's not their responsibility. The responsibility is on this person. Now the truth is, if those people know that they can be held responsible, then perhaps there is a buffer there now.
Yeah.
But nobody does want to do that. You see what I'm saying? That's and I think that's part of the reason why we don't see a lot of the. For instance, right? I don't when we talk sometimes because of how we express things and how we articulate things, it really undermines the argument or the power, right? So for instance, if somebody gonna say, "Oh, politician X robbing the treasury," right? It sounds as though politician X put on a mask, went to the treasury
with a gun and went in
the night when everybody was sleeping, right? And everybody was sleeping and pull some money out of the vault of the treasury, right?
That's not what he mean.
Right? So obviously that's not what happens,
No,
right?
that's obviously.
Well, I don't even think we go down there for not in a particular thing. I don't think there's like people running down there in mass in the night. But anyway, what I'm saying is, generally what's gonna happen is, hey, money needs to move from here to there. In the scenario we're talking about, where somebody might have like taken money.
Let's use the example of the false social security numbers and names.
Okay, so so for instance, who you gonna punish there? You gonna punish somebody on social security? You're gonna punish the person who did who fill out the application, who should have done the check. You're gonna fill out the bank manager. You're gonna fill out the politician. Sorry, you're gonna hold responsible you're gonna punish the politician. You're gonna punish the girl who went and accept them and was paying out, giving out the check or whoever, cash or whatever. Like who you gonna punish? And that is the problem. And that's where it becomes cloudy. And that's exact because the truth is, you're talking about prosecute and punish, and so right. When you're going in the court and the politician say, "Well, you bring me here for really?"
Or they say, "Well, Stephen, how you gonna?"
Okay, what? Yeah, what? How I steal anything? Tell me how. You have to prove it. You have to prove it, and that's the problem. So people keep thinking it's a matter of, yeah. So in other words, things are implied, or people might even have it on good faith that there's certain things that we know. By this is how things went down, but you have to prove it, Jade.
Yeah.
Right, and not only that, there might be so much distance between the person who you think is ultimately responsible and the action that there is a lot of damage in between there, and part of it is, like I said, it might be a situation where one, it might not only be hard to prove it, but two, it might also be a situation where this person, you don't want to punish them because you might recognize but they was following instruction, right? Or you might recognize that if we do that, by alienating a lot of people who might potentially like support us, because of course we're still talking about politics, and that always has to be in the minds of politicians, right? So how does one navigate that? And I think that is more the reason why we don't see prosecutions more than just like, oh, they're thieving themselves, they're going to go do the same thing. And I think that's really the dynamic that is at play. But part of it is because of how we articulate these things. And that's why I keep saying the way that we put these things out. Yes, it might be cumbersome. Yes, it might go over the head of some of the population. But this is the only way that we could educate the population about what exactly is happening, what should happen, what changes need to be made, whatever. This thing about like naming and shaming and embarrassment, like that's low level to me. Like that's just, if that's the energy you're on, like, but I can't really support that there.
Yeah.
Like, let's put things in place. Let's educate the public about what should happen, because when we educate the public about what should happen, the people that are enabling the actions that you are alleging these people undergoing and undertaking, right? They themselves got to figure out, well, wait there. I need to protect myself. So, hey, let me get that instruction in writing, please.
Yes.
Hey, let me go talk to this other supervisor here because this feel like you're subverting. Things aren't going to change, and if that is the way we move forward, it's not going to change.
Yeah, because sometimes, as you explain it, while you're explaining this, I realize sometimes too that the lower level person, they didn't even realize this is what's happening.
Of course not.
They didn't even realize that this person is setting them up to help them commit fraud, help them rob the government or rob
Maybe
the institution, whatever it is. The person just thinking that they're doing their job, because too, especially in a climate that we're in, you are somebody, we've been taught to just follow the instructions of our supervisor, manager, CEO, whatever, whoever over us.
Jade,
if they give us something
need
to do,
protect their job. People want to protect their job.
Exactly. So man about to tell me CEO, I can't do that because I feel like you're robbing the company. They're gonna fire you.
I'll just find somebody else who can do it.
Yeah, because first of all, how you gonna prove that robbing the company just because you feel so? No, it don't work. So you can't go to your manager and say, well, I feel like the CEO robbing the company because the manager robbing too.
No, but that
so
is but that is why Jade, that is why. So we kind of move off of government now, but it all applies, right?
No, it all applies.
Because what happens is that instead of the company, right, protecting itself in a way where it's like we subvert liability, right? What needs to happen is that they need to put things in place to continually increase accountability and to ensure that, hey, people are liable. And you do that by putting certain checks, balances, best practices in place, right? So then it doesn't matter who is in that position, right? It doesn't matter who is in that position, because you could come to me and say, hey, go and give such and such, such and such. I say, okay, no problem, sir, but you do realize what should happen here is I need you to fill out form X, Y, saying, and you send it to me in writing. I have no problem getting that started, but I'm gonna need the form filled out for this particular thing. You understand where I'm coming from? So that is the way. But until we hold everybody accountable, and it's not gonna happen. The government, the government. Come on, Jade, because you could come and say, for instance, when you're gonna tell us, how is it that you see by such and such is happening? You come and you just tell us. You know what they're telling me? They're telling me already nothing happen.
And not only that, if the
reason why is, if that is the case, then what should happen at that point is, okay, hey, let's go do an investigation. If the investigation is ongoing, you ain't coming on the radio, you ain't going to Facebook and say, look at this. What you're doing is really like just naming and shaming. So maybe it's a matter that is all they can do, because they just, for whatever reason, that is the extent.
The limitations that they have.
And not that they have, but that they chose to go, they choose to go to.
And not only that, you could listen, when you're listening to these things that they're telling us, if you listen to the exact language they're using, they never said this person specifically, you know.
There's no person, Jade.
They said the administration, the body, the previous government. If you're saying, so that means you're telling me that is either everybody was doing it, or because administration isn't a person. You can't hold an administration. You can't go in the court and say, okay, well, I bring in a suit against the administration. Who is the administration? It has to be somebody being held liable and accountable. So saying the previous administration,
that is the point I've been making.
All of these things is not going to solve anything, because guess what? We don't know exactly who it is.
That is the point.
All people gonna assume, okay, it was the former prime minister, but you don't have no proof of that.
But here what happens now, Jade. Here what happens now. You want me to tell you who get put in a funny position? Me.
You.
When I say me, the person who did work for the government, the person who all I do is send in a bill and get paid.
Can everybody watching me like?
Oh, so you're rich.
You got extra money now. They said that this is what happened last time.
I tell you, this whole thing just got me feel like.
I want them to do it better. Like I understand what they're trying to do. However,
what they're trying to do. They're trying
to bring certain things to light. However, we do care, but we ain't care in that way. What we want to see is people being punished and held accountable, and not.
So Jay, let me ask you a question. So if there's a situation, let's take a situation like the one we were discussing with the like this alleged social security thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If it comes down to a point where, hey, the people working in the institution, right? Not the upper management, the people who have to accept the forms, to do background checks, to do all these things. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them are held accountable and go to prison. No managers go, no politician go, no nothing like that. You're cool. You're cool.
No.
But that's what's gonna happen, and that's the point I'm making.
No.
That's the point.
I am cool with the person who
But that's not gonna happen because you can't prove that.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's why you can stay that's why you can stay just how it is.
Which is the problem.
Right. So until we are comfortable with holding everyone, because we like to talk about politicians and things, we like to look up the answer thing, and because we understand that there's a level of responsibility that comes with that position. So yes, we're looking at them and going like, hey, you're in a position of power, and with that power comes a certain level of responsibility, right? And we understand that power dynamic puts people who are not in the same position as you in a very uncomfortable place, right? They have to protect their job, they got bills or whatever, so they listen to it. So yes, it's right for us to go and look at those people and be like, okay, we want you held accountable for any wrongdoing that you might have done. But we can't then go look at the ones underneath and say, well, bye. Sorry, but we want them, they got to pay the price. So until those people recognize that they are also personally liable, then we can't get
everybody accountable because
okay, so that's
to the bottom.
But that's what I'm asking you now. Yeah, I ask you, if the 10 of them go and them up the angle.
I understand what you're saying. It starts from the bottom because if I am supposed to go through a process and I know that somebody over me, what is bills?
Receipts.
So bills.
Same thing.
So if I know that I am
Asian
responsible.
They got me in a chokehold, Jade. Asian vibes. They got me in a chokehold.
So I feel about anyway. But but if I know as a person working in an institution, right, that these are the processes I have to go through, and my boss come and say circumvent this process because it's me, and something happens and some type of fraud, crime, whatever is committed, I should be held accountable too.
Yeah, but here what happens now, Jade. You know what happens, Jade? I study in about mothers here, but I just take a fridge from down. I just take a fridge from down court here. And if I decide I ain't doing this here, I might got to figure out the next way to get the money to pay courts at the end of the month, yeah. That's what going on. That's what going on, Jade. That's what going on. This is why we need there's a lot, Jade, there's a lot of things that we need to fix here. A lot of things that we need to fix. When we're talking about these kind of things here, you know what? You know, one of the things that help to bolster or to show up or to avoid some of these types of situations, a strong labor union, Jade. A strong labor union. I don't think I need to go down any further. I don't think I need to go. I ain't going no further with that one there. I am not going any further with that one there. But when we start unions, Jade. Unions help to deal with them things. Unions. But guess what? That's not our
come together on a regular there. Both small things.
So there's the whole system itself, Jade. The whole system itself. And and that's what I'm saying. It ain't even a matter of like, oh, government. This ain't even a sink it thing.
No.
This ain't even a sink it thing. This is just like, and I keep saying it here on the station all the time. I think this particular style of government and government's gonna last much longer. I want to say much longer. I'm talking like, it ain't gonna be here in 100 years, 200 years, Jade. My great-great-great-grandchildren.
You're gonna not bow again.
They
watch what we do here and be like,
but that's what.
But what are you going on with them there, boy? How these people was in charge?
I'm telling you,
they last so long?
this particular brand of masculinity, but this particular brand of governance, democracy and stuff, I'm not bad saying that much longer, Jade.
No.
Jade, we have TV stars becoming politicians, right? We have persons who obviously have been missing, like slowing down a bit mentally. Jade,
Sorry.
Jade, no, let's be honest.
It's the way you say it. It's the way you say it.
Jade.
No, we know. We could
How
see it. We could see it. I
Jade-
don't even understand how Biden and Trump was president.
Jade, let me ask you a question,
America
Jade.
in shambles.
How is it, right? How is
I don't
it?
know. He be half the time, yeah.
Jade, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question here, right? Let me ask you this question. How is it, right, that there are more well-established prerequisites for me to become a high school janitor than to become president, prime minister, any of these things? How? What's the prerequisite to be prime minister?
Me, no, honestly.
There's none.
Yeah.
There's a process.
But then they're not like, you know,
What about Biden?
Me.
Oh.
because I say, hey, no, he be half the time.
Oh.
And that's my fault. That's just the things that they show us. Like, stop him. If I want us to feel like this, those shows what he does be saying and doing.
But Jay, that's part of the problem, Jay. Like the whole thing just.
But it's a lot. But anyway, before we continue our conversation, let me just do a little quick plug. So, yes, between today and tomorrow, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., you could visit the pop-up tent, hydration station for Tap Water Caribbean as they showcase the products and taste the filtered water. So if you're thirsty, go to the square.
Oh, then the square.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I might actually get some water now, cause.
Oh yeah, you're thirsty, yeah, man.
Me ain't telling a lie. I am so parched. I'm barely surviving right now.
Lord.
I'm barely surviving.
There's no way out and drop down on the show, you know.
Me ain't drink no what? Me ain't had no tea this morning.
No water, no nothing. You're just in here dry. You're just in here dry, friend, Lord.
Jade, I keep just looking after this side and just licking my lips. That's why I'm going off camera so after the other side.
You want to see the whiteness.
Oh, speaking of things that I was told, you weren't here on Monday, but on Monday we were speaking about the tragedy that happened in Seoul, right? In South Korea. The crowd crush, right?
Oh boy, I've been seeing reports from that all week.
Yeah.
It's been.
And so that led us into a conversation about the need for us to really put things in place to protect our people here, particularly during carnival time. Somebody made the point to me after the show. Well, they actually sent it to me during the show. I didn't see it at the time. But something that was actually very important. And I know it's something that has been part of the conversation for years upon years, which is designated routes and a designated plan for emergency vehicles to get in and out of Bastille during that time.
That would make sense.
Something that is well organized. The drivers know, the carnival committee know, the marshals know, the bands and the drivers know. Everybody know, hey, if the ambulance needs to get into town, this is the procedure and this is the route they're gonna take.
Mm-hmm.
And so there needs to be communication between. I think each band should be assigned a head marshal who has communication with the rest of the marshals. So, for instance, if something happens at the corner of the Bay Road and West Square Street, and the band there has to stop, then all the other bands know, hey, guys, something happened down here, we had to stop, and they know what that means. If it's a matter that the ambulance have to come, the ambulance know, okay, this is where they come, the head marshal make a decision, okay, we're going to use Route A to get here because Route A brings you down the Bay Road coming this way. Are you allowed to drive down, for instance, East Square Street and come through or whatever? And then whatever mechanism happen to ensure that the people get out of the way and people can get there safe and think our time is of the essence.
Yeah.
So I think that's the level we're going to have to get to just protect the crowds and ensure that, everybody on the thing.
Speaking of, shout out to the marshals then, because nobody does work harder than our
Bye.
Nobody at Carnival does work harder than the marshals. You as a marshal have to protect people from themselves,
From themselves.
Hard a bit.
Drunk people.
Drunk people like that. Hard a bit to do. Because for some reason a drunk person and see a tractor tire and figure, that look fun.
Bye.
Let me go close to that and try to climb up on it. You as a sober regular person, well, most of us, as a sober regular person, ain't gonna see a tractor tire and try one to it, you know. A matter of fact, most people run away from them, especially when they're driving. But there's something about carnival and drinks and
Tractor tires
that has just incite some incitement in people and that has stress out the marshals. I hope that will be pay properly,
they're saving lives.
No. We need to pay the marshals.
The marshals will be saving lives.
Yeah, we need to pay the marshals. You know what time I got to see marshal pushing people from literally trying to kill themselves?
They're literally saving lives. I'm not even kidding.
But that's the job.
And not only that, you know. Not only that. It's not like the marshals could go in that moment and be like, "Excuse me, sir, you're getting a bit close to the wheel." But sometimes I see marshal got to call up people.
Bye, the marshal. Bye, here you go. No, and listen, I am not somebody that promotes violence all the time. However, there are some instances that I honestly understand because
that's not violence. What we could call that? We could call that aggressiveness.
Aggressive prevention maneuvers.
Yeah.
Cause something you gonna chuck off a man from literally killing himself. Like, sir, what you want behind the tire?
I see the marshal sometimes literally just burn a truck and a fellow. I say, but he just gave in. But it was necessary. It was necessary.
That's you better get your chest gave in by a marshal or toyo?
Probably the cave-in chest.
Okay. From a marshal because you under there? Yeah. Cause first thing you're gonna bounce out the rest of the crowd. So it's like you're falling on the ground. You're literally bouncing out the rest of the crowd.
Yeah.
But if a tractor run over you, that's it. That's all.
But yeah,
I think on a shot. I
think we're gonna have to really take a look at these things. And because we've seen it happen before, we've seen people get injured. And even if it's not a matter of injury, even if it's a matter of somebody has an asthma attack, somebody has
they drink enough water that they're fainting,
whatever. Somebody have a
alcohol
stroke,
poisoning,
all kind of things. Like, if you have a lot of people in one place, like these things, the possibility of these things goes up, right? So, yeah, hopefully that's something that's being taken into consideration, and it's something that could be worked on over the course of time. We might not get everything now, but at least the process is started, and people recognize that these are things we have to look at. And it's something that constantly evolves. For instance, I think the marshals them should have like their own postmortem with the streets committee, have their own postmortem, figure out what they need to do, bring that to the wider committee for discussion. That might include the police, that might include the fire department, that might include the defense force, that might include the tractor drivers, that might include ban owners. Like, so you're gonna have to get to that level.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I saw videos from that thing in Seoul and that they're traumatized about.
But I trying to watch them there. I skip I put in the one sheet Monday and skip everyone after that because I can't do it every. Lord. The amount of trauma I got to read every day. I can't. Anyways, break time.
Yeah, let's take a break. Guys, we're gonna take a short break and be right back with more Island Tea. Stick and stay. Don't go anywhere.
Celebrating 70 years. Can you believe it? Everyone loves a Shirley biscuit, known for its rich, creamy taste, as well as the iconic house and flower design. We all know Shirley is the perfect on-the-go snack, and it's truly the Caribbean's favorite. Simply put, there's nothing quite like a Shirley biscuit. I can't imagine life without it. I too love my Shirley.
It's the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
When the star them there, We a top man, we take charge. Magnum we drink and we a shell down bars. Blast like a star with some a gallopar. Overdo it, we take it too far. Take charge, take charge.
We a hot gal, we set the trend. Magnum we drink for the top man them. Wine with the style, no stop from spin. Hot blend, back bend, and take charge, take charge.
Magnum tonic wine for the real star them. Take charge, take charge. Must be 18 or older, drink responsibly.
Hey guys, welcome back to Island T right here on Win Media SKN.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, all the people who've been here from morning and here's talk about nails and government.
Two very important topics.
Come on, Jane.
This Thursday morning.
Come on, Jane. The important test.
Also, we weren't just talking about the government, so.
Yeah. But guys, we're gonna continue with some tea time.
Yes.
Did
But
what else,
before I
right?
do, I have to tell Ali something.
What kind of know?
I have to talk to her like how is maturing again.
Oh Lord, Jade, we start being going in against today.
No, we ain't going in again.
Okay.
The same again. I just want y'all to understand that words have meanings. Like, words mean things. And it's very, very frustrating when big people hear you say something and hell-bent on misunderstanding or just not understanding what you're trying to say. Too many times this week I've heard people talk about them being eligible for an honorarium, and I know I'm going to stay long on this because I fed up with talking about it. But too many times I've heard y'all this week say that y'all are supposed to get an honorarium because y'all was outside during Corona. That is not how it works. Sweet people of this federation. That is not how it works. The honorariums were paid to front line workers. Okay? Yes, y'all were outside as essential workers. Essential meaning y'all had to be there to make sure certain things function in the way that they need to function. Understandable. However, the government is not responsible for a lot of this. If you work in a hotel and your job mandated, dictated, asked, pleaded, begged, whatever it is, for you to come in to work as a frontline worker, it is not the government's responsibility to pay you for that time. You know who should pay you? Your boss. The hotel the establishment, the non-government institution. You know who are frontline workers? Here are some examples. Nurses, doctors, some police individuals, some firemen, people who work in government-run institutions, which is why the government is paying them honorariums.
So what you're saying is perhaps what needs to happen is if persons feel that they went above and beyond the call of duty, that they should follow the example of the example of the government and compensate the workers.
Yes.
Oh, that could be a discussion.
Yes. Your job notice that you're out here putting your life at risk because you have to deal with COVID patients or possible COVID patients or running the risk of contracting COVID. Understandable, you may need to be compensated for that. However, your compensation ain't coming from the government because guess who you didn't work for? The government. You worked for a hotel, a restaurant, a supermarket, whatever.
Yourself.
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 Yeah, there are a lot of self-employed people who are here saying they want the honorarium too.
Based on what? Because you was outside? That is not how it works, my friends. That is not how it works. So please, when y'all cussing about what you deserve and why the government ain't doing this and that, it is because, my friends, you are not employed by them, which means you do not qualify to be a front-line worker. You may have been an essential worker. Two different things. One works for the government, one does not.
So
understand?
So frontline workers, well, I guess generally based on the position, yeah. Generally. Well, that's where the cookie crumbles. That's where the cookie crumbles.
What we could do? What we could do? What we could do? We can't do nothing about it. Last piece of call the radio station I'm talking about. Oh, well, I was outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was outside. I don't work for the government.
Yeah, me and Jade was outside.
I can't get
we.
I mean, not that I wouldn't like to get
of
some
course.
type of compensation.
But probably who we need to talk to is the people upstairs. Not the people
I don't work for the government.
Not the people on Church Street, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. Listen, I don't report to no buildings. No ministers. None of the people them who work under the administration who wants to get me this. I don't work
But
for them.
this is the point I'm making, right? When we spoke about this, because we've been speaking about this. But like
This is the last time.
I mean, even half year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, the truth is people just want money.
Yes, just say I want some
money gain where, and the problem is a lot of times people's position come not based on whatever the reality of the situation is, but just on the desire. So that's why money, right? And let me not even say that because people might make it seem like as though I make it sound like as if I'm saying that these people didn't work or don't deserve money. I'm not talking about what you deserve.
No,
I'm just saying like I'm saying people. The thing is, or the fact that they have in their mind is that I deserve or I want money, right? And everything else doesn't matter. Yeah? Nothing else matters. None of the other facts matter. Nothing else is just and this isn't something that is, of course, monopolized by thoughts of money, right? But because this happens all the time, where people have this one particular thing and nothing else matters. They just know what they want the outcome to be, and so nothing else matters. It don't matter if your logic don't make sense. It don't matter if the facts don't make sense. It don't matter.
Y'all keep trying to change the
all I know
words.
is
how many times they're gonna explain this to you? I listened to a man argue with EK yesterday, and EK simply trying to explain to him that is something that you have to take up with the institution you work for. Whatever hotel you work for, you need to take up that with them. The government it is not the government's responsibility to pay you for you working during COVID because you didn't work for them. You worked for a hotel.
And the government tell you come out.
It's your boss. Your boss don't work for the... Oh my God. How y'all don't understand the meanings of words is baffling. And it's not that y'all don't understand it now.
I just said what it is, Jade. They just know what they want the outcome to be. So everything else...
That is not how it works.
So everything else is secondary. But the truth
and then
is,
you
Jade...
make for the government because they ain't pay you.
A lot...
I don't work for them.
Jade, the truth is, a lot of people operate in this type of mentality. It happens all the time.
God.
It does get to me. It does get to me. It does get to me all the time. I see it too many times. This ain't just a money thing. They justify everything else just based simply on what they would like the outcome to be. It don't have nothing to do with facts. It don't have to do with reality. It's just, this is what I want, so nothing else really matters. Everything must then align to give me the outcome that I want. So words could change meaning.
Mm-hmm.
That's even language ain't safe, Jade.
Nothing.
Definitions of words, that and all ain't matter.
Mm-hmm.
All that matters is the outcome that I want. Full stop. So I could change definitions of words. I could get angry with who I want to get angry with.
Mm-hmm.
I could ignore facts. It don't matter. None of them things matter. This is what I want. So
Y'all, let's frustrate me.
let's do article.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's jump into some stuff happening in the BVI. Former BVI educator, Minister Myron Walwyn, arrested and charged. Wonder what he do. Former education. Bye. Whatever. Former Education Minister Myron Walwyn was today arrested and, today meaning on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
He was arrested and charged for breach of trust by a public officer in relation to the controversial Elmer Stewart High School perimeter wall project that reportedly suffered major cost overruns. What?
Yes. That wall.
The wall?
That wall, Jade.
Why
I saw the wall.
Why walls always causing
I saw,
confusion?
Jade, I saw the construction. I was there. I went when I was in Tartola. It's the same time when I went to St. Thomas. Remember I was in St. Thomas? So I went to Tartola before and I went to Tartola after. And by them it was like a point on the like on the tour, you know. I drove around there, was like, oh, this wall?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't hear about this wall? This construction by the school? Yeah, you're gonna hear about it. But continue reading the article, Jay. Oh boy.
Yes. So this controversial wall, the project had caused major controversy locally and led the authorities to launch a formal investigation. No one was charged when the investigation concluded back in 2022. Start together. In a statement today, Walwyn rejected the charge laid against him, stating that it is unjust. According to the former Commissioner of Police, Michael Matthews, the investigation was completed in early 2020 and its findings were sent to the Director of Public Prosecution's office to decide whether the evidence warranted a pursuance of prosecution. Though this matter was publicly discussed by the Commissioner on talk shows and various media during its process, to date, no update has been given to the public about their findings following its conclusion, Walwyn said.
Yeah, I mean, alright, you know.
Hold on.
He just been arrested, right?
Yeah.
No, there's no. Yeah, I'll be alright, man.
Wow. Okay. It raises the question as to why a completed investigation by the Royal Virgin Island Police force, that was sent to the DPP's office could still find itself as a subject of the Commission of Inquiry as an open investigation, Walwyn stated. Statement said, sorry.
Yeah, I'll be alright, man.
Walwyn admitted that there were issues with the management of the project, but said those issues are common.
Yeah.
He said he will be vigorously fighting the charge and has confidence that the local justice system will treat him fairly. This is a charge that I vigorously defend against, and it does not enjoy the benefits of the facts.
You want me to tell you what
Yes,
happened?
they don't enjoy the benefits of the facts.
Yeah, I agree with him. I agree with him. Cause you know what can happen here, Jade?
Mm-hmm.
Partner end up sending in a counter claim, you know, counter suit, yeah. This is exactly what we talked about earlier. Let me ask you a question, guys. Has there been this probably has been, but maybe let me just ask it. Has there been examples of the government gaining access to persons' personal financial records in pursuance of some sort of criminal investigation? Or the police? The police have the ability to call the bank and say, I want to see you. I want to see this person.
I think the person doing the investigations can. Correct me if I'm wrong, all the lawyers listening, but they're not lawyers.
I mean, of course, there would have to be some, I would hope there would have to be something proof. So, like, would you get a warrant to, like, present to the bank and say, hey, I need to see this person's accounts? And then how does that work if the bank is a foreign bank?
They might say that's out the jurisdiction.
Interesting. Because a lot of this was going on, and like it's very difficult to like prove anything.
They would need an order from the court.
They would need an order from the court. So you need a court order. But my thing is, again, how does that work with the foreign banks?
I don't know.
How does that work with the foreign
I'm
banks?
sure you could get a court something.
Jade, it ain't gonna be so easy, Jade. You think the Americans want to, if you got your little court done in whatever country that is come talk about, you could just go in and check with clients thing come with your little court order. Please no.
Yeah.
Come again.
Is here.
I mean they do it, eh? Big up Fat Cow one time. They ain't got in a style, but they would say for our citizens, right? They would say our citizens we do that. That's interesting. That'd be interesting. Because I would suspect a lot of these things that they're talking about, that's what young do.
Yeah, you can't just call them and be like, so.
No, when I said that's what they have to do, like if you're alleging that money went out and that this person is liable and whatever, then you kind of have to. I would suspect you'd have to have some kind of motive.
Yeah, and you got to have some proof. You can't just say that, because then the man could come to see you and say that you literally out here perjuring him.
No, because then you might have to prove that money was paid to this person, and then money went from this person back to this person who you're saying is really thing. Or went. So you understand where I'm coming from? It'd have to be some type of investigation like that. Which is why I feel like a lot of these things is just really, like you said, name and shame. And the truth is that they ain't really making no sense to me. That ain't really making no sense to me.
Well, I don't know what about wars just cause all of these problems. And these come like every time the government try to build something in a different country, problems. Somebody always stealing the money, somebody overcharging and siphoning, and every time we see it with the huts, we see it with the wall. By the way, we're going on with a hot situation. I need some updates, eh? Wait, forget. Maybe I am memory shot, but mine ain't shot. I need an update on all the things that are telling me happened during the last 2 years, the last 7 years, whatever it is. All the huts, all the strips and the buildings and all of these things that were built, the projects and all these things that I said was.
What I need, Jade?
You see that delete Hush Puppy Instagram?
Finally. What I need, Jade, is some visible efforts to put mechanisms in place to address the issues that we constantly hear exist. It's simple that and that's the problem I have all the time. And like we hear these complaints all the time, and what we try to do is personalize these things, right? We try to personalize them, and the truth is you can't really personalize them because there's so many people involved, so many like steps in between, you can't prove. So we try to personalize these things. The truth is stop letting the system protect itself and put the system in a position to let me put it this way. The system protects people within the system. Maybe the system really needs to start protecting itself.
Yeah. Because and I don't know how we circle back here, but we're ending the show now, so we might as well end back in Zengits. Like yesterday, he said Solid Waste, Skelec, Development Bank, all got issues. Apparently the books. These big institutions books.
How? But of course, but Jade, come on, like.
But they're
Okay,
supposed to be.
No, Jade.
They're supposed to be books?
Yes. Yes, that is the whole reason why the government even is the one in charge. There's some things, right, Jade? There's some things that are necessary, but because of the nature of the undertaking, it's near impossible for it to be profitable. So if it's necessary and it's not profitable, private enterprise probably ain't going into that. Because private enterprise is going in to make money.
Yeah, and
so the government recognizing that this thing is probably not gonna be taken up by private enterprise, takes up the mantle. Can it happen?
Yeah,
is essential?
I having a chat with some friends of mine, and one of them said
is essential.
Very close to what you're saying. So they said Skelec being broke and will continue to be broke until there is a proper intervention. However, a country only has one electricity provider, so the government in this case has to be involved. The entire thing that Skelec is owned by the government is political, and we need Skelec so they can be broke all they want.
No, it's not. It's okay. In some sense, yes. Meaning that electricity is essential, right?
Yeah, man, we have to have it.
It's not a luxury. But like I'm saying, this happens all over the world. This ain't a Sinkits thing.
Yeah.
Jade, I ain't know the numbers, right? I don't know the numbers. But based on what I'm seeing across the world, Jade, what I'm seeing across the world is a situation where it costs more to produce electricity than what people can pay for the electricity.
Yeah, man.
So obviously there's going to be, the key word for the next week going to be deficit.
Deficit.
That's the key word. It was honorarium.
It was
honorarium.
No,
it's deficit this week now.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, Jade, I don't know the numbers. I ain't on the board. I ain't on the management team, nothing. But
surplus after surplus.
When we keep talking about the fact that the price for electricity, the price for fuel keeps going up, when we hear about all these subsidies, just the fact that we hear about subsidies, there's no way it could be profitable. Otherwise, how are you subsidizing the thing? You see what I'm saying? The government subsidizing the fuel surcharge. So that tells you right off the bat that they ain't ready.
Yeah,
so when I hear people talking about what needs to happen though is that they need to find ways to lessen the loss.
I think you said that.
Right.
That's in the works. Yes.
Right. So, for instance, if it means supplementing with renewable energy, cheap, ensuring that people who owe pay.
Very important.
Right. Right. Because what happens is we can't then allow, because it's government, to let all the other trappings of government or politics to come into it. Oh well, no, we ain't gonna let a person pay because a person is a big donor.
No,
and them kind of things there.
Pay, and that is why we're in this situation, you know. The amount of times we're hearing that people, these big companies in red, and the people who owe them, it's all your fault. It's all your fault. They ready, you know? Ain't us. Ain't the small man, you know? Ain't the small man and he $300 that he owe Skelec, you know? It's these big corporations that owe Skelec millions of dollars because you're just allowing them to not pay.
But guess what? When that big corporation was a big funder of your campaign, then what?
It was fine.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. As if I
just was wondering.
Anybody $1 million, they ain't want the money? They want the money?
No, Jade, it might cost me more in another way. So I leave you owing me the $1 million, you know? Because it might cost me $5 million over here. If me and you ain't friends no more.
I mean me as in a small man as him, not me as in a donor.
No, but if you're somebody, if you got $1 million to owe, you're probably playing a higher game, Jade.
As in the thing is they're not going to allow me to reach to $1 million, eh?
Yeah, you're right.
They're locking off everything, going with the box, going with the fuse. But y'all having these big corporations just out here owing y'all millions and millions, and then watching us in with face and encouraging us to pay the bill. Watch them.
Jade, governments across the world have issues in relation to management, issues in relation to wastage, right? So those two things alone, Jade, cost the people money. And I've been saying it here for 2 years now. We're on the show, and from the time we start, we've been talking about how governments is difficult to government by nature.
Mm-hmm.
I said the example I use is if government start to sell coke, they'll lose money.
Yeah, man, quick though.
The cartels them come make millions a day. If government start, they lose money. I tell you.
Problems.
But part of that is the way that the government operates, right?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, hey, the bottom line isn't only profits or efficiency and them kind of things. So there's other considerations by the people. There's the people who got to vote for us, so we can't really send them home and thing. By the wage bill could be as big as it is because by people got to work, and the easiest way is to get them a work instead of trying to create an environment where there is more enterprise and more opportunities for employment and thing. Quick fix is okay. Report down here tomorrow and thing, because while you're waiting to create the environment, I got bills, and two or three elections might come before what you put in place now actually have a chance to take hold. So what are you gonna do is report down here, tell them I sent you. We start out social after that. But that's what has happened. Governments ain't concerned with efficiency. You understand? Efficient, why? Wastage
Can't done.
You got people right now never buy toilet paper yet. They just take toilet paper and walk.
Yeah, man. And they got a whole stuff full of it in there. You go in the back room, like they had paper in there. Like, why do you have this? Why you got this big hard wall that's supposed to go up in the, what I call them?
This dispenser.
Why you got this pencil paper?
People that's got the government toiletries in their house. You walk in, you see it, you say,
hold on.
Where does what? Oh, okay.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, that's what going on, Jay. People know, but nobody gets it on.
No. Guys want the toilet paper.
They might send on a memo. They might want to say,
Please guys,
could you please
remove the toilet paper? Please. I know y'all not using bathroom that fast for them to be finishing this quickly.
Jade, stop there. The office guy is 6 people, and the toilet paper bill is $5,000 a month.
How much bottom I got, so?
Something wrong with the water in here, because obviously.
But me can't get bathroom so fast. Listen, we got to tell her cut down on our water limit. What's happening here? Ridiculous.
But that is what it is. That is what it is, Jade. Like, so I think there has to be a sense of reality and understanding here, right? It is going to be very difficult until we get better technology, better practices to turn some of these situations. And let me tell you something, when these things turn, if it gets to a point where electricity can become profitable, right? We ain't gonna only have one electricity provider, you know. Somebody's gonna come in and start to sell current too. You understand? I'm coming from because now it's profitable. So that's gonna happen. Like we can, that's how it's gonna happen. But until then, right? Until then, what needs to happen is there needs to be a focus on efficiency. There should be a focus on science-based decisions going forward, right? There should be a focus on best practices within the government, right? These are the things that we're going to have to try and improve over time. But we have to live in reality. Like, these things aren't going to, like, nobody going to come back. Like, I don't know how until we start selling electricity to some other country that we are going to somehow.
That we're gonna always be
I'm in the red.
I don't know about this salary situation.
I would like to know. You know what I would like to know, Jade? What I would like to know is, what is the cost? Like, what is, okay, we're talking about Skellig.
Somebody say, why are you still on the radio?
but let's say we're talking about Skellig, right? Okay, what is the cost? What's called like operating cost? Annual operating cost, right? And then what is it if everybody pay every cent of their bill every month? What's the maximum amount of money that we could collect based on the average usage, right? And I could bet you there's going to be a bit of a difference between those two figures. And that's even if everybody pay everything on time in full.
Every month.
Right? So, yeah, it's going to...
That's a hard situation.
Somebody's saying...
I don't want to fix that.
But again, the government isn't supposed to be concerned with everything making money. The government should be concerned with ensure that things are run the most efficiency, reduce wastage. Some things are going to have a cost.
Yeah. And
And
has to be one of them.
so what is going to happen, like I said, over time as technology improves, we're able to bring down costs, we improve on best practices and that kind of thing. Yeah, somebody's saying go to solar energy and stuff like that. So all of these things, I think, I'm sure they're looking at it. The minister talked about it. The minister said that they're looking into ways to supplement and diversify. Even when they were here recently, they mentioned it.
That's on the Congress, right?
Yeah, but Jomo Williams spoke about it.
Yeah.
He said that these are the things that they obviously have been looking into, right? So technology is going to be one of the things that helps to bring down some of that cost and stuff like that. But also we got to start wasting money, right? We got to start wasting money. But I don't see it getting there anytime soon where something like power generation becomes this profitable business. Like it's not gonna happen.
No.
Not right now. We have some ways to go still. Yeah.
Anyway, home time.
Guys, it's been real, it's been rich, but we gotta leave. We gotta go. We gotta disembark.
We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's cabinet.
Oh, vibes.
Yeah.
Vibes. Well, whether you joined us on Facebook, YouTube, winmediask.com, or any of the other digital media platforms, big up yourself. I see some people back from Boston. Again, I already big up my Navy's people, but there are people from all over the place, Africa, all kind of things coming on. New York, big up yourself.
Speaking of Africa,
Florida.
did you see that the first flight from Africa landed in Antigua this week? Not yesterday, this week.
Well, amazing. I am really...
When we say we're going to Antigua to go Africa?
Yeah, Jade. I want to go Ghana. Why
not? If we could do it, why not?
No, I really want to go to Ghana. So we could work it out. Island T visits the homeland.
Yes. Later, folks, was the video of the Get on the Bus challenge you might discuss. I think they mean the bus. Where the two schoolgirls prank the bus man.
Oh, I don't know. I always out of the loop on them things.
Yeah. So, so what happened, right? Is usually how you stop the bus. So a school child in a uniform stopped the bus, step up on 2 steps, and then she jumped and she fell back, and everybody went off. So the bus.
What?
Okay, let me show you. Let me show you quick.
So okay, so this what?
They pranked the bus basically. They just pranked the bus.
Oh, this is in St. Kitts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go. That's it.
So
the prank is that they make the bus feel like the bus might feel like they were jumping in the bus.
Oh, you just needed a step.
Yeah. Hey, Trey, disgusting. Why would I laugh? Because listen, they're kids. They're just having some harmless fun. Nobody was hurt. The busman probably was annoyed, but the busman them does annoy us daily, so it's a little bit a revenge for the school children.
Yeah. The only thing for me though is like the problem I have is that you're gonna start seeing more and more of this, and the reason being but the reason being is just for likes on Facebook. That's the thing what is getting annoying for me. Yeah, the thing is people. The problem is that people get creative for all the wrong reasons. Like somebody need to get creative so Skelly could be profitable.
There we go. Wait, that video.
But of course it's funny.
Hey, Trey, disgusting for you.
Yeah, of course it's funny. Yeah.
The boss man probably like.
What?
I know they serious.
What does happen?
I know they serious. I'll close the door. Let me go here.
Everybody want to go viral, and so people start doing. And the thing is, the things that go viral ain't necessarily like great things that's gonna like positively impact mankind.
No.
So you're gonna just keep seeing more and more
Sometimes
nonsense.
things just funny. That's all.
Yeah.
We need a little joke in my life.
People like yeah.
Facebook serious all the time. Every day, cussing each other about things that ain't.
Bye. Man, no bye. But anyway. But yeah, guys, big up people listening on the radio. Appreciate you as well. 98.9 FM. Yeah, blessings. But guys, alas,
Page now, big belly man to the Benson.
we must leave. That's a discussion for us to have another day. But guys, please remember to learn from the losses of others. Also, please remember to spend more time living your content than posting it. Unless you're pranking the boss man and then
Then post it so we can see. But please, guys, do things safely. We don't want any kids to be hurt and all kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Busmen, please don't be ignorant.
you saw that the other day?
What?
That a family of, I think it was a family of 4, all of them they crashed and they're doing some TikTok challenge.
Yes, like come. Anyway,
No, and I keep saying that is the problem, Jade. But people see, it's all fun and games until it's not fun and games. You know what I mean? That's the problem.
I'll joke is joke till ain't a joke.
Yep. But guys, most importantly, please remember you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.
Legends Calypso 10th #1 for Sugar Mass 51. The big Legends 10th launch happens Thursday, November 3 at The Grill, Keon Street, aka Potential, at 8 p.m. $20 gets you in on the Kaiso Vine. The legendary Calypso review feature King Socrates, Brown Sugar, Alamalu, Polo, Sabu, Soca Empress, Mighty J, The Undertaker, Lady Karen, Lord Payne, Empress